And here we go. All right. First live stream I've done in a long time. And this is going to be something I haven't done in a while. Let's talk about what Russia and China both are doing. Um, remember the whole crisis in the Taiwan Strait in August of 2022? I think that's going to happen again at some point. Literally, why? Because I feel like Kevin McCarthy is going to visit Taiwan. And Kevin McCarthy is the new Speaker of the House because Nancy Pelosi stepped down. And you have Russia with Ukraine. They're launching an offense on Bakhmut. Basically, Russia needs to take that city. If they fail to take that city, they're going to leave. I don't think Putin is going to want to continue if they fail to get Bakhmut. And then he's going to kill like 3 of his generals. Really, the Russian generals are the reason we're at this stage. And now, apparently, because Biden is visiting Poland, that Russia's deploying a lot of shit in Belarus. Because, Sleepy Joe's going to be over there. Now, Mike Minahan said something. He's a U.S. 5-star general in the Air Force that I agree with. We'll be at war with China in 2025 because we're going to be coming off an election, and China's going to be too distracted. Actually, no, and we're going to be too distracted coming off the election. Like, I had a bad feeling Russia was going to invade Ukraine after the election because we were going to be distracted coming off the election and what all happened. I was like, no matter what happens in 2020, the election is not going to be taken well by the loser. And I was right. Russia invaded like 2 years after Russia invaded 2 years after the election. They invaded 1 year after Biden got sworn in. That was like, so from August to February. It's like, so August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 7 months. They're 7 months apart. Roughly. Maybe even 6 months apart. I might be wrong. It's either 6 or 7. But you get the point. It doesn't matter who wins the election in 2024. The loser's not going to take it well. You have too many egos and too many old guys that want power. They're like, oh, I'm going to lead a country before I die. That's basically what it is. See, Trump was a businessman, and he ran for president, and I was like, interesting. I would be more of a DeSantis supporter than a Trump supporter. If I had to support a Republican guy, it would be DeSantis. Nikki Haley can fuck herself, but I'm going to address that one bitch who decided to be racist about her, saying, go back to your own country, even though she's literally living in her own country because she's born and raised an American citizen. Because you have to be a naturally born U.S. citizen in order to run for president. You wonder why Obama ran? Yeah. He's just born in a family that's from somewhere else. Um. Anyways, back to the whole China thing. I do think they're gonna flex their guns at Taiwan again because Kevin McCarthy is gonna visit Taiwan. He's gonna visit Taiwan to see the chip manufacturing. If I'm Taiwan, I will begin to transfer the chips to America. Do not let them get into China's hands. Do not. China and America are in a Cold War. In fact, we've been in a Cold War with China. In fact, I've been saying for years we've been in a Cold War with China. I think China is the true number one enemy to America. It's really more so China and Iran than China and Russia. Russia is an enemy to America. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I see Iran as a bigger enemy to America than Russia because Iran has actually done shit against America. Iran has actually killed a few American troops. They've actually hit a few American bases. See, before I ended up having to move out in this area, we ended up having to deal with Iran hit a they hit a US military base in Erbil in Iraq. Yeah. I think the real war between America and China is going to start in the South China Sea over the fucking bullshit 9 line. That's where I think it's going to start. There's a lot of countries who are not a fan of China in that region. Actually, I think every single one of them. Vietnam, the Philippines, obviously Taiwan, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Surprisingly, I could assume Indonesia was chill with China, but they aren't. In fact, Indonesia claims like territorial waters of China. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Maple, by the way. He's the reason I started talking about the whole Chinese Taiwanese issue. He's the reason I started talking about it more. Because I was doing my own thing, just, doing some gaming, which is what I normally do. Well, not right now because, well, if you guys didn't know, we have to move up north to Illinois, like basically 15 minutes away from St. Louis, because we can't afford to live down here in Florida. Florida has gotten more expensive than California, and it's because we raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour. I do think it is better to make more money, but at the same time, small businesses are starting to collapse, which leads to a lot of unemployment. And leads to a lot of people moving in. And it's like, oh, you're making more money, so we're going to raise your rent. We're going to raise your gas. We're going to raise your food stamps. You're going to raise everything. What we're looking for is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. It's $2,500 down here. Ridiculous. Okay. Don't know what happened there, but okay. Anyways, I'm going to continue. Maple got me into covering China and Taiwan more. Because I was mainly going to cover Eastern Europe because, I'm Eastern Central European. Like, my whole family's European. My mom's side, which is, it's Dutch. It's basically Central Europe. But we don't know my dad's side. And it's probably in the East. It's probably in Eastern Europe. I think it's Russian. He was adopted. We truly do not know where his actual side of the family. side of my family is from. We do not. We truly do not. Which is why we're confused. Yeah. I think and also the Chinese spy balloon thing. People are really losing their shit over it. Like, come on. Are you being for real? We're not gonna go to war over a stupid ass fucking balloon. We aren't. I've talked to everyone about the China spy balloon thing. We're not going to war. There's no chance we go to war. No shot that a war between China and America happens over a stupid ass fucking balloon. No chance. You guys are being over dramatic about, oh, we're going to war, we're going to war, we're going to war. No, we're not. I do think it's an act of aggression by China by sending an unidentified object over our airspace. And they've gotten a lot of Americans killed because, if y'all didn't know, we're in a drug war in Mexico. It's not like an actual war. We're just fighting the drug cartels that are in Mexico. But here's the thing, though. Fentanyl is easily getting into this country from illegal immigrants. Y'all want to know where fentanyl is manufactured in? Or made in, actually? China. China has been producing a lot of fentanyl. And basically, they're making things worse for the average Americans because they're taking fentanyl, and fentanyl is a bad drug. It can kill you. It can. Like, I lost, 2 people I know that live in Texas ended up dying because of fentanyl. It's on you for taking it, but at the same time, thoughts and prayers. And I hope everything is all right with your family because fuck fentanyl and fuck Chinese Communist Party. The CCP, probably the stupidest government in the world. Those guys are stupid. Xi is a guy who will do something that nobody thinks he's gonna do. He's going to. If China ends up invading Taiwan, all the focus will shift from Ukraine to Taiwan. Everyone is going to be really caring when Taiwan gets invaded. Which, it's a matter of when China's going to invade them. It's not a matter of if. It's a when. Just like I said with Ukraine. It's more of a when than an if. I don't think Russia is going to do anything after Ukraine because they have nowhere to fucking go. And they won't take Belarus because Belarus would probably be like, we're going to unite with you. That's probably what's going to happen. Anyways, I'm going to head the fuck out. I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully soon. Peace.